Seriously guys, in today's video I have 10 great designer summer fragrances that you really need to check out, okay? Stay tuned after this intro. What's going on guys, and welcome again to another video. Yes, it's summertime and I have 10 great fragrances that I am really excited to share with you today. I did my niche list last week and you kind of liked it, and this time I have 10 great designer fragrances and hopefully you like it. You have to like it because they're great, okay? I don't want to make this video too long, so just go with my number 10, right? My number 10 on my list is a cheapie but goodie. Not a lot of people talk about it, but I truly like it. I think it smells great and it gets and garners compliments as well. And I'm talking about 3 AM by Sean John. Not a lot of people talk about this one ever since it came out a few years back. I hate that cap. It's kind of hard to pull out. This one smells great guys. It's very fruity, very leathery, very fresh, and it's got that tonic water that kind of makes it a little bubbly in a way. Anyway, I don't want to burn my review on it because this fragrance actually is gonna come out in a couple of videos on my channel very soon, and I'm really excited for that, okay? Sean John 3 AM on my number 10. My number 9 on my list is such a great fragrance guys. For being an oceanic, very fresh type of a fragrance, it does last and projects for a while, and I'm talking about Fendi Aqua. Fendi Aqua, to be honest, is one of the best performing cheapies out there, and it smells great at the same time. There is a big dose of leather here combined with the freshness and the oceanic feel that this one gives, and it's very aquatic, and it's another blue fragrance. Look at this juice right there, and it smells awesome. This one gets me compliments and garners compliments, and it makes me feel good every time I have this fragrance on. And this one kind of reminds me in a way of which fragrance it was that? This one reminds me kind of Neroli Portofino Forte. The freshness combined with the leather on this one smells a lot like the type of freshness of Neroli Portofino Forte with the leather nuances as well. Neroli Portofino Forte, I own that bottle as well, and it performs great. That leather note really enhances the performance of that fragrance, and that's the similarity these two fragrances has, even though they smell nothing alike. Only the leather nuance with the freshness kind of make them remind me of each other in a way. My number 8 on my list is my big ol' ass bottle of Mugler cologne. I just love this fragrance. This is a 300 ml bottle. I've been having this bottle for the longest time and I just love it. It lasts on me for a long time. I've heard this one got reformulated and it doesn't really last as long as it used to be, as this one does on my skin. This one actually lasts on me almost all day. It doesn't project the loudest, but it makes me feel fresh. It smells like an Irish spring soap. It's very fresh with the very note here, and I just love the way this fragrance smells. It makes me feel clean, and this is one of the few fragrances here or anywhere, or it doesn't really matter, that I feel very clean when I have this fragrance on. Seriously guys, I love this fragrance when I take a shower, when it's really scorching hot outside and I have this fragrance on, and it just makes me feel like I just got out of the shower. Yes, I did got out of the shower, but this feeling just lasts on this one for a long time. I love this fragrance guys. It really does last, and yes, it garners compliments. People actually does love it on my skin as well. Such a beautiful scent, Mugler cologne. It's a must on everybody's collection in my honest opinion. My number 7 on my list is Armani Colonia. This fragrance actually smells awesome. This fragrance, it's very tonka beany, but fresh tonka bean. Tonka bean usually it's a very heavy, sweet note, but the way they did it here with the freshness, they made it smell very nice. And they made it smell like a sexy summer fragrance. Seriously guys, it's very creamy, so it reminds me of somewhat of like an iris note here. There's no iris listed at all, but the tonka bean, the sweetness of the tonka bean diluted with the freshness of the citruses, it gives somewhat of like an iris feel. Anyway, I just love the way this fragrance smells. I love how long this fragrance lasts and how this fragrance projects off my skin for being a freshie. This fragrance lasts for a long time. I just love how this fragrance smells in general. Okay, this is I would say one of the freshest, sexiest summer fragrances like ever, in my honest opinion. It's very classy as well. I'm not saying this is sexy but trashy, because sometimes it's like you're being like a bad boy but sexy, edgy bad boy. This is sexy but classy. It's got some class and it's got some elegance into it for some reason. Great scent. Armani Colonia on my number 10987. Such a great fragrance. Seriously, guys. My number 6 on my list is a must, and yes, I'm talking about Bleu de Chanel EDT. This is the eau de toilette. I find the eau de toilette being the freshest of the bunch, of the trio of the Bleu de Chanel, and I find it very appropriate for the summertime, especially that it really projects the most out of the trio. It smells great. I know this one is a classic now and a lot of people love it. It's expensive for being designer, but it smells great, guys. The Bleu de Chanel is another one that is a must for everybody's collection. This one makes me feel like I own or I have like 17,000 million bucks. Yeah, and Bleu de Chanel, such a great. Yeah. My number 5 on my list is Dior Sauvage EDT. This is the eau de toilette. I feel like the eau de toilette is the fresher of the bunch. Again, the same thing as Bleu de Chanel. I love it for the summertime. It smells great. I haven't actually worn this fragrance in a long time, and I need to change that. I know this one got very popular, the same as Bleu de Chanel, and everybody wears them nowadays. But still, hey, this is like a hopefully I'll be able to wear these fragrances outside. And Dior Sauvage honestly is a conversation starter if you wear this fragrance outside, because people actually know which fragrance you have on and they get excited. I was like, oh my god, you have Dior Sauvage on, I love this fragrance, and then boom, you're having a conversation on. My number 4 on my list is such a beautiful scent. Seriously, guys, I am addicted. I got addicted for that scent smell alone. Actually and honestly, performance is not the greatest on this one, but I don't really care, and I'm telling you guys, it's on my number 4 because I seriously, ever since I got this fragrance, and this is a newer acquisition of mine. A lot of these fragrances actually they're newer to my collection, and but I just got addicted to it. I just love how this fragrance smells. It's very fresh, very green. When I say green, it reminds me somewhat of like Bleecker Street green, or GIT, Green Irish Street green, but with like an added iris notes with it as well. It smells phenomenal. Seriously, guys, if you're just like trying to find a very elegant smelling summer fragrance, I'm highly encouraging you guys to try out Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. This is a beautiful scent while it lasts, of course. This fragrance on my skin doesn't have the bestest performance. It only lasts on my skin for like 3 hours, 4 hours pushing it, honestly. But I don't really mind respraying, to be honest. Just the fact that I'm smelling this right now from this one right here just smells awesome. Seriously, guys, one of the best smelling summer fragrances like out there, like bar none, like ever. Givenchy Gentleman Cologne, you have to try it out. You can find it discounted outside for like what, for 100 ml for like around $45, $40 or so. So it's not readily super expensive, and you just can respray no problem. For me, that's not an issue. But honestly, I feel like Givenchy Gentleman Cologne is a very extremely underrated summer fragrance, and one of the best summer fragrances that came out like in the recent years, honestly. And it is on my number 4 because I am seriously planning to wear this one quite a bit. My number 3 on my list is another great fragrance. I personally love it. it projects off my skin. It lasts not bad at all on my skin for being a freshie. Again, it doesn't have a horrible performance like Givenchy Gentleman Cologne, but it has kind of like a better performance in a way, which is like 5-6 hours. 6 hours is pushing it, to be honest, but 5 hours give or take or so. And I'm really happy with that performance for having L'Homme Idéal Cologne by Guerlain, by Givenchy, by Guerlain. This is beautiful, guys. This one actually projects off my skin, and this one is different and unique in a way that the grapefruit note here is very apparent, and it projects, and people would smell it of you, and people like the smell of grapefruit. It's tart but juicy at the same time, and this one is extremely fresh with a little bit of vetiver, and the almond note as well is different enough for being freshy, and it smells awesome. I just love how this fragrance makes me feel. Seriously, it's a white bottle, and I feel like I should wear white when I have this fragrance on. The same thing as with Givenchy Cologne. All of these fragrances, most of these fragrances, I can imagine myself having a really nice white shirt with the khaki pants, and just enjoying summer, hopefully. Number 2 on my list is a beautiful scent. I had to own a bottle of it ever since I smelled it on Sephora like a while back, and I just knew for a fact that this is my fragrance. This is a fragrance for me. This is a fragrance that resembles me. I felt attached to this fragrance somehow, and I'm really glad just to have a bottle of Acqua di Gio Absolute Instinct. This is, honestly guys, I believe this is the best flanker to me of the Acqua di Gio line so far. I haven't smelled the Profondo yet, to be honest, unfortunately. Hopefully I'll get to smell that soon, but I've heard a lot of people out there says that it smells a lot like a modernized version of the original Acqua di Gio. This is green. It's got the amberwood. Amberwood is the new ambroxan. Amberwood, it's a chemical. It smells a lot like ambroxan without being ambroxan. Okay, it's got somewhat of a woodsy undertone to it, and ambroxan, that's how it smells like, but it smells awesome. It's a compliment getting type of a accord. So if you haven't smelled this one yet, I highly encourage you and recommend if you try this one out. It is my favorite of the Acqua di Gio line, seriously. My number 1 on my list is such a beautiful scent. It's very youthful, yes, but not too youthful. It's very bubblegummy. It smells a lot, somewhat like Invictus, especially Invictus Aqua. You know, the 2016 Invictus Aqua, the frosted bottle. This one smells a lot like it, seriously. But this one is got the herbal notes and the woodsy nuances when this one dries down that really differentiates this one on the dry down rather than Invictus Aqua. That's why I feel like this is a little bit grown up version of Invictus Aqua, the frosted bottle. And this one, it's Yves Saint Laurent Y Live. This is a beautiful scent, guys. This one is a compliment getter for sure. Trust me, guys. If you have this fragrance on, this one projects, this one lasts, this one is sweet, this one would grab attention. And the best part, if you are not into bubblegummy sweet fragrances, this one has got a big dose of freshness as well that dilutes the sweetness of it a little bit. And the herbal notes come out like very soon after, I would say like half an hour or so, when you spray this fragrance on, and it becomes like a very good trio: bubblegum, freshness, and herbal feel. I just love the way this fragrance smells, guys. I highly encourage you guys and recommend you guys this one to try out. I've worn this at home, and I've only met few people, and the amount of compliments I got of this one, it was insane. Seriously, guys, just can't wait, honestly, to start wearing this one outside and see the real compliments. I'm assuming, so far I'm assuming, but I just know for a fact this one, it would just get me some insane compliments. Okay, I'm really excited just to try this one out outside. Yves Saint Laurent Y Live. It's like such a beautiful scent, okay, and it is on my number 1, no slouch. Yeah, So this is pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys again for watching and subscribing and doing all the good stuff. Please make this video 300 likes to send somebody 3 decants of whatever fragrances you choose of these 10 fragrances out here. And of course, click that subscribe button and the notification bell, and follow me on Instagram right there, and give me as many likes as you can possibly give. And once I reach that 300 likes, I'm just gonna pick somebody randomly, and it's gonna be on my Instagram page. So if you want to know if you win, you gotta follow me on Instagram, okay? And this is pretty much it, guys. Please let me know in the comment section down below what do you think of my list, and if you just want to enter the giveaway or not, and what are you gonna be wearing the most this summer. I'm really curious, and tell me if you guys still on a lockdown or you guys are going out already, because I am curious. I would love to know, okay? And this is another week with no sponge, and I know sponge making smelling good always. Peace.
Za uwe fruik ni maya nifta bang ting nikun ting nari tumpaya katos ake akatos ekon talana weruta asi za